Shalom, shalom. I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, this bro Allah Yahweh, the servants, right? So we back at it again, another video through the spirit, right? So what is Mystery Babylon, right? What is Mystery Babylon? So we're gonna go to we're gonna jump straight to it. We're gonna go to Revelation chapter 17, right? Revelation 17, where we see it mention of Mystery Babylon, right? Revelation 17 and verse 5 says, and upon her head was the name written, Mystery Babylon the Great. So I'm gonna go back, right? We're gonna come back to Revelation 17, but before we get deep into who Mystery Babylon is, I want to show y'all that there was also other Babylons in the Bible. So you have the so you kind of understand what it's talking about. So you have the Neo-Babylonian Empire, right? And then you have the old Babylonian Empire. So the old Babylon Empire is not really too much mentioned. It's only really referred to when you hear about Nimrod, right? The city what is mentioned, the Tower of Babel, right? That place became Babylon, where that city was. We gonna get into it, right? We just gonna get into it, right? So this is the book of Genesis. So we gonna go into briefly the old Babylon, talk briefly about the Neo-Babylon Empire, Babylonian Empire, and then we're going to get into Mystery Babylon, right? We're going to get to Mystery Babylon. But first, I just want to kind of go get some history on this thing for y'all real fast, right? So this Genesis chapter 10 and 10. Right, I'm going to start at 10 and 9. Right, I'm going to start at verse 8, Salaki. And Cush begat Nimrod, and he began. So, we know Cush, right? It's the descendant of Ham, right? This is after the flood. So this is going to after the flood. So after the flood, you got Noah's son, Shem, Japheth, and Ham, right? So Nimrod was the descendant of Ham, right? He's Cush, right? Said, and Cush begat Nimrod, and he began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, wherefore it was said, even as Nimrod the mighty hunter before the Lord, right? And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, right? And Babel, that means confusion. So his kingdom was the kingdom of Babel, right? So which later became Babylon. That's where you get Babylon. That's Babylon derives from the word Babel, right? Which means confusion, city of confusion, right? So let's go to how this came about. We're gonna go to the next chapter, Genesis chapter 11, right? And it says I'm not gonna read this whole account, right? I'm not gonna read this whole account, but I'm gonna jump down. So I'm gonna read right. I'm gonna start at verse 11, then I'm gonna just jump down. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. So we know this is going to the Tower of Babel, how they started to build up this whole tower to reach up to the heavens, right? That's what's going on. Yeah, all these people come together, one language speaking one language, and they're trying to build this tower to reach to the heavens, right? Getting beside themselves. That's what's going on. They get beside themselves. So we're gonna jump down to verse 9, right? Well, I'm gonna start at verse 8. No, I'm start at verse 6, right? It says, the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have managed to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. Right? So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. So the Lord, boom, you had all these people, they came together, they built they building this tower, right? Lord catch them, got this, they see the Lord observes them doing this thing, right? And says, boom, go down and confound them, have them speak a different language, right? And that's what happened, right? It says, therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, right? And that's where you get, now that's why that word, when you refer to Babel, goes to confusion. Right, I'm gonna get see what they got in the when I go into the concordance. right? So we go into the concordance on this. It says Babel or Babylon, confusion by mixing. Babel or Babylon, the ancient site in or capital of Babylonia, right? So there we have it. So Babel is Babylon, right? So this is what you have will be considered old Babylon, right? This will be considered old Babylon, right? And I want to get this thing right here that says Josephus wrote. Josephus wrote he wrote on Nimrod as well, right? I'm gonna just jump down to the points, y'all. So I ain't gonna read this whole thing. I'm gonna jump down to point out. That's again now. We know this. Josephus is a well-renowned historian, right? Josephus is a well-renowned historian, and this is what he wrote about Nimrod. Right. So when God saw that they acted so madly, he did not resolve to destroy them utterly, since they were not grown wiser by the destruction of the former sins, but he caused a tumult among them by producing in them diverse language and causing that through the multitude of those languages that they should not be able to understand one another. The place wherein they built the tower is now called Babylon because of the confusion of that language, which they rarely understood before. For the Hebrews mean by the word Babel, confusion, right? So there you have it, right? And this is I want to say this is for 2000 BC, right? This is before 2000 BC, right? Then it says since Akkad was destroyed, the loss of the collapse of the Akkadian Empire in the period of 2200 2154 BC, long chronology, the stories mention Nimrod seem to recall the late early Bronze Age, the association with Eric, Babylonian Uruk, a city that lost its prime importance around 2000 BCE as a result of struggles between Isin, Larsa, and Elam, also attests that early province of the stories Nimrod, according to some modern day theorists, right? Their placement in the Bible suggests a Babylonian origin, possibly inserting during the Babylonian captivity, right? So boom, there we have it, right? That's the old Babylon, right? That's the old Babylon, right? And then they have another thing. Like something that will get too deep into the old too deep into the old Babylonian Empire, but I just want to give y'all a little history on it, right? So then you had Nimrod, right? He was first mentioned, right? And then you have some later kings, right? So it says this the old Babylon Empire or the first Babylon Empire is dated. Now it's dated now, they're dating it at 1894, right? But this is not when Nimrod was on the scene. This is after Nimrod, right? This is after Nimrod, right? So it let's keep going. It says comes after the end of the Sumerian power with the destruction of the third dynasty of Ur, right? So this dynasty of Ur, right? That was where Nimrod was, right? And when it says it was in Mesopotamia, right? And that's what the early Babylon was, right? So it says in the subsequent Isin Larsen period, right? That's when it just told you, right, that the destruction of Nimrod's empire, right? The Akkadian Empire, right? That happened with the struggle between the Isin and the Larsen and Elam. They kind of touched on it right here, right? It says the chronology of the first dynasty of Babylon is debated, right? So we now get into it. So we kind of this is the thing. So like I said, I'm not really going into all of it. So there you go. That's the old Babylon Empire, right? Which starting with Nimrod, not starting with the kings they got where it's going into like they start off with Sumu Abam and Hammurabi, right? They start off with them, but we date back further than them with Nimrod, right? Because the Bible is what we're using, right, to start it off with. So according to the Bible, Nimrod started it off, right? And then you have these different kings and things, right, that they mention here, right? So we're gonna drop that, right? Now you have the Neo-Babylon Empire, right? And this is mentioned, right? Let's go to right here. Daniel chapter 1. Now it's just like it's in Second Kings, right? But I just want to go straight to Daniel. It's other precepts or places in the Bible that mention the Neo-Babylonian Empire, but I'm just go to it here, right? So this Daniel chapter 1 and verse 1. In the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, right, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem and besieged it. Right, so this is where you have the Neo-Babylonian Empire, right, or what they call the New Babylonian Empire, right, or Baby Babylon Empire. So it says, or the Second Babylonian Empire as well. It's also referred to that as well, right? So it says the Neo-Babylonian Empire or Second Babylonian Empire, historically known as the Chaldean Empire, was the last polity ruled by monarchs native to Mesopotamia until Phase 2 in the 20th century, beginning with the coronation of Nabopolassar as the king of Babylon, right? And so let's go into it. It said in 6062 BC, and being firmly established through the fall of the Assyrian Empire, right? The Neo-Babylonian Empire was conquered by the Achaemenid Persian Empire. We know that through the Bible prophecy and things like that, that the Babylonian Empire fell to the Medo-Persian, the Persian and Medes Empire, right? So the Neo-Babylonian Empire, that's when Israel had went into captivity under Nebuchadnezzar, right? So I'm gonna jump down. I'm not gonna read this whole thing. I'm gonna jump down. It says the Neo-Babylonian Empire retains a notable position in modern cultural memory due to the invidious portrayal of Babylon and its greatest king Nebuchadnezzar. Right. So the greatest king that came out of that empire was Nebuchadnezzar. Right. In the Bible. Right. It says the biblical description of Nebuchadnezzar focused on his military campaign against the kingdom of Judah, and particularly the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem in 587 BC, right? So there you have it. That's the Neo-Babylonian Empire, right? That's when you hear about Jeremiah talks about it, Isaiah talks about it. I mean, a plethora of prophets talked about this, right? Now that's also twofold. A lot of times when they're mentioning Babylon, it's also twofold, right? For the actual mystery Babylon as well, right? Because there's nothing new under the sun, right? So let's get this real quick. Let me get this right quick. This precept. I'm gonna get this precept. Right. So it says this Sirach chapter 42 and verse 24. All things are double, one against another. He had made nothing imperfect. So it says all things are double, one against another. Right. So you have one quick. It's instances where scriptures are more than one fold. Right. Some scriptures may be one fold. Some might be twofold. Might be threefold. So sometimes when you do hear or see mention of Babylon, it's mentioned in some context. Right. It's mentioning, right, solely just the Neo-Babylonian Empire. Then there's context where it's actually mentioning both Neo-Babylonian Empire and the Mystery Babylon, right? So you gotta understand context, right? So let me get another scripture. Also, Bear with me. Let me get this precept. Right. So we can go to Job chapter 11 and verse 6. Okay. We're going to get another precept on that. Job 11 says, and that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is. Know therefore that God exacted thee less than thine iniquity deserveth. So yes, so the secrets of wisdom, and these are the secrets of wisdom, understanding, right? When the Lord is talking about a certain empire or land, like just like how there are different names for America, right? It's referred to as Egypt, right? And we're gonna jump to the gun. It's called America is also Babylon as well. America is Mystery Babylon, right? We're gonna go ahead and put that out there. America is Mystery Babylon, right? But we're gonna get into that, right? It's referred to as Egypt, Assyria, right? It has many different names, right? That goes into right the secrets of wisdom, understanding the secrets of wisdom, that some of these things, these scriptures are double to what it is, right? So some scriptures have double meaning, right? Understand it, right? So we understood there's the old Babylon, then there's the Neo Babylon Empire. So now let's get into the Mystery Babylon, right? Let's get into that, right? So we can go to Revelation chapter 17 and verse number 1. It says, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. What is that many waters? That many waters is nations, right? Let's go to the it's Revelation chapter 17, verse 15. We jump down, it tells you. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Right? So we got to understand that when it's talking about waters, it's talking about people. It's talking about people. So you got to imagine a nation or a great whore that is sitting amongst many different nations, peoples, and multitudes, right? So let me get another precept. Let me get I said I'm getting a precept, you know what I'm saying, on that. Bear with me. I'm getting let me see if I can find this precept. Bear with me. So we can get a second witness, you know what I'm saying, on this matter. Salakia. Matter of fact, I got it in my notes here too. Should be in my notes right here. Well, Salaki, I thought I had that joint in there. Right? So man, I ain't got it. We just gonna keep we gonna keep it moving. Right? We're gonna keep moving, right? So let's go back to Revelation chapter 17, right? Back to Revelation chapter 17. We're gonna finish out. Matter of fact, before I go, I really want to get that precept though. You know what I'm saying? I want to get that second witness, man. It's really bothering me. Let me see that because it's really bothering me, yo. Right, here you go. This is a precept right here. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 113, right? And verse 3, Psalms chapter 114 and verse 3 says, the sea saw it and fled. Jordan was driven back, right? So how can the sea see something and be as the sea fled, right? So this has to be referring to men, right? It says, let's keep reading, right? It says, the mountains skip like rams and the little hills like lambs. What ailed thee, O thou sea, that thou fleddest, thou Jordan, right? That thou was driven back, right? So this is not talking about the actual mountains is skipping, right? The actual hills, you know what I'm saying, running like rams. No, it's talking about men, right? So there are instances, right? Again, that's why we have to. Let me get this in Hebrews chapter 10 and 12, because the Lord, He uses similitudes, right? The Lord uses similitudes. Let me get that. I'm talking about Hosea. Yeah, Hosea 10 and 12, or 12 and 10 as well. Yeah, 12 and 10. Hosea 12 and 10. Right. The book of Hosea 12 and 10. He said, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So the Lord uses similitudes. He used similitudes. So being that the Lord used similitudes, so some of these things that you read in the Bible are similitudes. You can't really take them actual literal, right? Some things that you read in the Bible is similitudes. So there you have it, right? So I got two witnesses, right? Right. Psalms 114 verse 3, and then you actually read verse 5 too as well, right? Speaking the same language, right? So you go back to Revelation chapter 17 and verse number 2, right? I mean 1, we understand that these waters is talking about people, right? So let's keep going. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, right? And inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication, right? So what king or what place, what area does the whole world fornicate with? What country does all the world get down with, right? What country like America? Think about it, right? America is the only place that has its ideologies, it spreads its ideologies and its wickedness to all other lands, right? And they adopt it, right? At one point in time, the Chinese they never kept Christmas. Arabs never kept Christmas, right? Now you got the Arab man telling you Merry Christmas, man. Right? So these other nations they commit the fornication with Babylon, right? At one point in time you didn't have alphabet community Arabs, right? But now you got Arabs, they ain't talking about being, transformers, right? So these different nations, they come, right? They get in the bed with Babylon and they take on the wickedness and the with the fornication and the wickedness of Babylon, right? Let's get some more of this on this wine, right? Let's go to Sirach chapter 26 first, right? Sirach 26, this great whore, right, that sit among all these nations, right? Sirach 26 and 11. All right, this is the book of Sirach chapter 26 and 11. It says, watch over, I'm going to jump to verse 12. It says, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain and drank of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down upon her quiver against every arrow. Right, and that's what Babylon do, man. She sit down with her legs open and she freak out with all the nations, right? She freaking out with Russia. She freaking out with China, Taiwan. We think about it. Look, all these nations is in cahoots together, right? And they all getting down with Babylon, right? Anyways, let's keep going. Right, let's keep going. So let's get another precept. Right? Let's get Nahum. Chapter 3, verse 4. Right, this is the book of Nahum, chapter 3, and it says, but verse 4, it says, because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, right, that sell a nation through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. So this same whore, right, that sells families through the witchcraft, the well-favored harlot, that's the same harlot in Revelation chapter 17, right, which is Babylon. Right, and we know Babylon is known for its witchcraft, its wizards, right? These different celebrities, right? That's in these different places. They do commit rituals, right? You got the Illuminati, the Boule. You got these people that's the Epstein people, right? That was getting down with Epstein and that dang island with the isle. I forgot what the Bohemian Grove. Right, the Bohemian Grove, right? Right, these are different things, right? Different places or different things that Babylon has going on dealing with witchcraft. And right, all the nations, all these nations, all the nation elites, they would go to a place called the Bohemian Grove, right? Or Bohemian Grove, what you want to call it, right? And they would do rituals, right? So then you got all these different different parties, right? They have going on freak off parties where they have orgies and all kind of manner of wickedness going on, where they sacrificing kids, drinking blood. I mean, it's so much be going on, right? So much be going on behind closed doors, right? Right, and that's what this nation is good for. That's what it's major for, right? Witchcraft and wizardry, right? Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft that sell nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Right? And you think about this too, right? Look at how now, you know what I'm saying, you got these elites, man, they're snatching up kids, right? Left and right. It's millions of kids go missing every year, right? And what happened? They get trafficked. And at least they didn't know about this. That's why you think Epstein got locked up, right? Then they had the Epstein list, right? You had all these different celebrities on the list, all of them feeding into it, right? Then you got the Diddy thing going on. He even got a list, right? And all these people are dealing with human trafficking, right? It's not a big secret. Right? It's kind of the Lord is exposing, it's kind of putting it out there, right? So all these things pertain to Mystery Babylon. You got fornication, right? You got the wine that's making the nation drunk. You got witchcraft. You got whoredoms. Right? It's a lot that's going on when it comes to Babylon, right? So when you think about it, Babylon is nothing but an abominable and wicked place. When we looking at fornication, right, and then the other things I just mentioned, that's an abominable place. You got all these things going on. That's a place full of abominations, right? And that's Babylon, a place full of confusion, right? Let's get another one. Another precept. Right, going into this wine. It says Babylon, right? We talked about the great one. Now we're gonna go to the wine. It says Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nation have drunken with her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Right, and then when it says that wine, the nation have been drunken with her philosophies, right? Her philosophies and doctrines. That's what's going on. All the nation is getting drunk with the ways and the ideas of Babylon, right? Babylon is chief place for Christianity, right? It got, matter of fact, Babylon got all religions in it, man. You got Islam, you got New Age religion, you got atheists, you got Buddhists, you got people I don't know, it's Buddhist, Hinduism. I mean, whatever you can possibly think of, right? Whatever you want to possibly think of, whatever ideology you want to, you can think of. Right? Not only that, it's a chief place of Satanists, people that actually worship Satan. Right? Babylon has made it where it's okay for Satanists to gather up, for Satanists they even have statues, right? That they let the Satanists put up, right? So this is Babylon, right? That gets all the nations drunk with its ideology and wickedness, right? This is the biggest place that you can come and freak off, right? You got some countries, man. If you an alphabet community guy, right? I ain't gonna say the name, but if you an alphabet community guy, right? Hey, they'll stone you. They'll put you to death. But if you come to Babylon, America, man, you can be whatever you want to be. You could be a transformer. You can believe yourself to be a cat. You can be a frog. You know what I'm saying? You can identify yourself as a tree. It's whatever, right? So all the nations come in and they get drunk, right? All the nations come in and get drunk. And what happens when you drunk? You do any and everything, man. You lose your mind, right? All right, let's go. Let's get another precept. So Babylon, man, it's a wild place, right? It's a wild place. Just imagine a place full of drunk people. Imagine a place and everybody in there is filthy drunk. Imagine how chaotic, right? And how sick that place be. And that's what you have is Babylon, a place full of drunk people, right? But you got the men of the Lord, right? Israelites, we waking up in these last days, right? We tossing that wine of Babylon to the side, man. Right? We tossing that filthy, nasty, stinking wine of Babylon to the side, right? Let's go. Let's get some. Bear with me. It's a precept in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 7. I'm gonna get Habakkuk 2 and 7, but before I get Habakkuk 2 and 7 first, I want to get another precept. Another precept before I get that one. All right. It says, let's get this. It says, this Proverbs 23 and verse 29. It says, woe, who hath woe, who hath sorrow, who hath contentions, who hath babbling, right? Who hath wounds without cause, who hath redness of eyes. They that tarry long at the wine, they that go seek mixed wine. Right, that's that mixed wine. Right, and what happens when you start mixing drinks? What happens when you mix brown and white and you get messed up? Right, that's what happens when you start mixing the different ideologies and doctrines of Babylon, and you start to get drunk. Right, you got people, they sipping on Christianity, they sipping on Islam, they sipping on Hinduism. I mean, and they do that, right? Now they talking about horoscopes. Then you talking about transformers. Then you got people that's child predators. It's a lot that just be going on in Babylon, right? And people be just drinking it up, right? Drinking it up, right? You got the adult industry, right? Where people don't do nothing but freak off and get on the hub, right? All day long, right? You got the OnlyFans, right? It's so much that's going on in Babylon. So you got this place that's just full of different kind of alcohol, man. Just getting the whole world drunk, right? And everybody just freaking off, right? It says, look not thou upon the wine when it's red, when it giveth his color in the cup, when it moveth itself aright. right? So it said, but I'm gonna read up. It says, who else woe, right? Who else saw? Because nothing. It's not the philosophies and doctrine of Babylon can do nothing but bring you sorrow and woe, right? Contentions, right? Babbling, because you don't know what you're talking about, right? And these Christian pastors, they don't know what they're talking about because they full up the wine of Babylon, right? These brothers and sisters that be in Islam, they don't know what's going on, right? Because they drunk, right? And see, Babylon, it has all the wine that you can have, whatever kind of wine you're looking for, they got it. They got it, right? Whatever your heart's desire. Right, let me get another precept. Matter of fact, we did enough. We did enough. And I'm gonna go to Habakkuk, right? Habakkuk chapter 2. And then we go to verse 7. It says, now I'm gonna start verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against who to say, no, verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly? No, wait, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm gonna give you this what it is. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, right? That putteth a bottle to him, that maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look upon the nakedness. Right? So Babylon don't mind, that Babylon don't mind getting you drunk, right? Babylon don't mind getting you messed up, right? In the law, it tells you to look out for your neighbor, right? Babylon don't give a dang about nobody, right? And you got people that's feeding different philosophies to their brothers, right? You got people that's bringing that Christian wine bottle to you, right? They bringing that Islam wine bottle to you. They got that witchcraft wine bottle to you, right? They got all kind of wine bottles that they offering in Babylon, right? And they're making each other drunk. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just pure madness. Right? And it says that thou mayest look upon thy nakedness, because you're naked because you're not clothed in righteousness. Right? That's what it means by you naked. Right? Let me get this in Revelation chapter 16. It says, blessed is he, Revelation 16:15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, right? Lest he walk naked and they see his shame. See, and you walking naked, that's when you ain't clothed with nothing. So you supposed to be clothed with righteousness. You supposed to put on righteousness, right? Putting on the armor of Yahweh Shemel Shai. But when you drunken in the ways and the philosophies of Babylon, you out here naked. You ain't got no armor on. You ain't got no beautiful and glorious garments on. You just out here naked, right? So let's go back to Revelation chapter 17. All right. So it says, verse 3, Revelation 17:3. It says, and we mentioned the form how the different nations are different kings of the earth are fornicating, right, with Babylon. We mentioned the wine, everybody getting drunk. Let's keep reading. So he carried me away in the spirit in the wilderness, right? And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having said 7 heads, right, and 10 horns, right? And that's that same beast, right, that you read about in Daniel chapter 7, right? Right, which be the European Union, right? The EU, right? And that's a whole different lesson within itself, right? So you got the 7 heads, you got the 10 horns, right? You got that all the different nations that's a part of NATO, right? These will be a part of the this beast here, right? And it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colored and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, right? Having a golden cup. And then that's how America presents itself, right? When you think about it, America presents itself as one of the richest top countries, the country that got the best jobs, the country that got the best opportunities, the country that got this, that, so much better than everybody else. That's how it presents itself, right? Let me get one in Revelation chapter 18. right? Revelation 18 and verse number 7. It says, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. That's what it's talking about, live deliciously, when it has all these different stones of pearl, right? You got stones, costly jewels, you got scarlet, you got purple, right? She looking presentable. She looking like she got it going on. And that's how America presents itself to all the nations. Like they got it on what they call it, America the Great, right? We will never be defeated. We got the greatest, the top army in the world, greatest military on earth. We have this, we got that, we got everything. Everything that you could ever want, right? That's how they present themselves, right? So let's go back, right? It says, and have decked with gold and precious stones, pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication. And that's what we just talking about when we read in Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7, right? We get let's see, we got a precept. Right? And so let's look into this. Let me see. Let me see what I'm gonna go into right now. Because it's a couple precepts that's on my mind right now. So let me see how I want to go about this. We're gonna go here. Matter of fact, we're gonna do this. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna read this and I'm gonna show y'all something. Right? It says, having a golden cup in her hand, right? Full of abomination and filthiness, right? Let's just go to show y'all how filthy this America is, man. Right? Let's go to this. We're gonna name a certain things that are considered abominable, right? And this is what's in the cup of Babylon, right? We're gonna name certain things that's abominable, and these things are it's in the cup of Babylon. So let's start off with this. One of the chief things in this cup, right? All right, let's go with this. This is Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. So if somebody is to lie with the same sex, that's an abomination. So you can toss that in a cup, or you can toss that in Babylon's cup. Because a whole lot of that nonsense and wickedness goes on in Babylon, right? And it's pretty big. It's pretty vast, right? People freak. You got, and it's crazy. You got, man. They have it to where the people in the Afghan community they can marry, right? They can adopt kids, right? You got women saying women fighting over women, men fighting over men, right? It's madness, right? It's abominable. But this what you offered here in Babylon, right? What's something else that's abominable, right? Let's go to the diet. Let's go into some dietary stuff that they have going on in Babylon, where they freely have in your stores, marketplaces, restaurants, right? All over. Let's look into it. So we know Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7, 11 verse 1 on down. We're going to the dietary laws, right? So I'm gonna just jump down. They shall be even 11:11. It says, they shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat their flesh, but ye shall have their carcass in abomination. Right? So the different animals that it mentioned, right? The different animals that it mentioned, right? It says these things shall be an abomination, right? And it says, keep reading, it says, whatsoever have no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination to you. Right? And what are people? What is freely given into your marketplaces. You got shrimp, crab, and lobster. You got pork. You got squid. You got anything. I mean, just in oysters. You got calamari, right? And these things are in the open marketplace. So this is another abomination, right? That you got in here, right? So you got abominable foods. You got abominable fornication. You got not only that. You got people freaking off with dogs, right? You got people freaking off with cars, right? Yeah, you can marry a car in Babylon. I'm gonna get this, man. This is how mad it is. Can you marry a car in Babylon? Amen. Car. I'm gonna show you how this crazy thing, right? It says this is Babylon for you. It says legally, but somebody actually did get married to a car though. Legally, it's not possible to officially marry in algebra, but there is an account where a man did marry his car though. It says although some people identify as a Jeddim, right? So you got people that you have people that call that call themselves objects, right? But I'm gonna get this, man. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna show y'all. This is madness. Somebody married this dude. Man marries car. This happened, man. Well, he's in a relationship. It says, okay, this is madness. It says, oh, it's crazy. No thanks. So it says a man in relationship with his car says he's in love, and this is madness, right? And they let this go down in Babylon, man, right? So I'm not gonna read that, but you see what it is, right? So man, he's freaking off with his car, right? And this is what you got going on in Babylon, right? This is the man right here, and this is his car, right? And so you got this man, he said he's in a relationship with his car. So these are things, right, that you have going on in Babylon, man. The man sitting here tonguing down his car, man. This is Babylon for you, though, man. This is Babylon, right? We know keep going to it. I just want to bring that up so y'all can see that, man, the Babylon is that place of abominations, right? Right? And it says, yeah, so like here. Yeah, abomination and filthiness, right? And it says, and it's even more stuff, right? Again, like you got the different things that's going on behind the scenes, right? With the rituals and the blood drinking rituals, all that kind of stuff, right? So a lot of filthiness goes on here in Babylon, right? And it says, upon her forehead was written the name Mystery Babylon the Great, right? And this is, and again, America is the midst of Babylon, right? The mother of harlots, right? And abominations of the earth, right? So, and this, I'm going to get some other precepts too, right? You get this in Psalms. Psalms 137. All right, it says right here, Psalm 137. It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. This is Psalm 137:7. It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Right? Now, it says, O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. So the children of Edom was also considered the daughter of Babylon, because before you had the Babylonians was the Cush was the descendants of Ham, right? So what it's saying is that America is spiritual Babylon, right? Through the spirit, right? Because Babylon before was what? A city of confusion, right? A city where it gathered together all nations, right? In the Neo-Babylonian Empire, right? They gathered together on Nebuchadnezzar. He had a vast empire where he gathered together all nations. Look at America now. All nations are here in Babylon. You got people from hundreds of countries in one country, right? It's people from all around the world come to America, right? And guess what? Who's the chief people or the chief people in this place? Edomites, right? This is one of their chief places, America, right? So America is associated as Babylon, right? Mystery Babylon, right? Let's get some more. Let's go back to Habakkuk. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, right? And we're going to start at verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine. What was it? What did it say about Babylon? What did it say about Babylon back here? Right? What did it say about Babylon? It said a cup in her hand full of abominations, right? And filthiness for her fornication. Reading up. What did it say here? It says, with whom the kings of the earth committed fornications, and inhabitants of the earth and have been made drunk with the wine of fornication. So when you read the book of Habakkuk chapter 2, it's talking about Babylon as well. Because America, again, is the chief place that transgresses by wine, right? By drunkenness, by all these different ideologies and doctrines, right? He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. All right, we know this talk about America because America got garrisons of military set up all over the world, right? They got garrisons in Japan, they got them in North Korea, they got them in South Korea, no, right? They got them in Iraq, Iran, they got them in Germany. They got them. They got them. They all over, man. They got military bases all over, man. And that's the ones that you know of. There are some that you don't even know about, right? So America is that place that they don't stay at home, right? Think about it in Ukraine. They dealing that with everybody's business other than their own business. Think about that. Just like how I talk about in Proverbs, like that loud woman, right? That she's not keeping at home. She abide in the streets. That's just like Babylon, right? She's in America's in everybody's business, right? Right. So it says, "Who larger his desire as hell," right? Now check this out. And I was just thinking about this. And I just seen this earlier. What is America trying to do now? It's not Trump trying to get It's not Trump trying to make Canada the 51st state, right? So this is Babylon, right? As its depth, and it cannot be satisfied. But gather, this is the point. But gather unto him all nations, and he put unto him all people. This is going into Babylon. What did it say? Here in Revelation 17:1, right? That great whore that sit upon many nations, right? Same thing here, same conversation here, same language, right? Instead of saying her, it's saying him, right? But it's the same language. And he put unto him all people. Let me get this so y'all get a visual for y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Man, look at this. You got all these different nations in this pot, right? Right. I don't know if y'all can see that. Hold on. Make sure it's not showing. Hold on. Let me see this. Let me present my screen. Right. So this we talking about when it says he put unto himself all nations, gather himself all nations. Right. The whore that sit upon many waters. This is what we talking about. Right. All nations come to America and freak off. Right. The great melting pot. Right. So let's go back. Let's go back. Revelation chapter 17. Oh no, my bad. We was in Habakkuk. Um, so it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting verb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that layeth his self with thick clay. Because there's going to be a time where all these nations that's in the bed with Babylon is going to turn themselves against Babylon. Right? That's what's going to happen. Right? Hold on. Hold on. I was gonna get a no, I'm gonna get this right quick. It's I wanna get this right quick. It's going into like how, you know what I'm saying, how the different nations were hold on, were deceived by Babylon. But matter of fact, I could get that, but I'm not gonna get that. I'm not gonna get that. I'm not gonna jump off topic. Cause we could have I could have really brought it out early, but we just gonna go back and we're gonna just keep on reading this. Um, it says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. Right. So America is gonna be for spoils unto all these nations. Right. And it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, right? All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Right. So I'm gonna go, matter of fact, because of the men's blood and for the violence of land of the city and of all that dwell therein. Right? So all the nations are going to come and they're going to come against America, right? Because why? America deceived them, right? That's what I was getting in Revelation chapter 18. It says, in the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall be heard no more in all thee, for thy merchants were the great men of earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived, right? And it says, now this is how we know, right? I'm gonna keep reading. Well, before I keep reading, I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna leave this, and I'm gonna get this right quick. It says, I'm gonna go to Revelation 17:6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And that's what's going to happen, right? Where is most of the men that's out there that's laboring and doing the work? Where is most of the elect at right now? Right, they're in Babylon. Right? How do we? The most of the elect is in Babylon. Right, most of the elect is in Babylon. How do we know this? Right, of course they're scattered out in the four corners of the earth. The Israelites are scattered to the four corners of the earth, but Babylon, America, is the chief place of where the elect are. Right? It's such a chief place that Lord said that I'm gonna get it. I'm getting Jeremiah chapter let me get it. This is how we know. Right. So wherever the chief place with a elect is gonna be, there's where you're gonna see the most martyrs. Right? Because it is mathematics. Where you see the most men of the Lord at, that's what it'll be the most people that's gonna end up dying for the Lord. That's just simple math. Right? It's not really it's not that deep. You don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Let me go to it. Let me get this. Let me see. I want to say. Because Babylon is also referred to as the land of the north, right? And I'm gonna get that too. Bear with me. I know it's in Jeremiah. Get it. Yeah, this what it is. Jeremiah 16 and 15. Right? So it says, therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall be no more said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children out of Israel out of the land, brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, from all the lands whither he have driven them. Right? So Babylon is also considered land of the north. Let's get a precept on that. Precept on that. Hold on. All right, so it says, this is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 6. This is it's a precept, so how we connect Babylon to being the land of the north. Right, and all this going back to Revelation chapter 17, when it says about the martyrs, that the lady that the horse who was drunk with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai, and how that Babylon is the chief place of where the most martyrs are going to be. Right, most martyrs are going to die in Babylon, because that's where the elect, the chiefly most elect are in Babylon, according to the scriptures. Right, just like in Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 15 on down, where it says, well, it will no longer be said that the Lord have brought them out of the Egypt, but they brought them out of the north. But the north is also Babylon. So most of the they're gonna make, the Lord's gonna make a chief holiday on the north. That's meaning that a lot of the Israelites or the elect are going to be retrieved from the north. Just like how it was it was thousands upon thousands of Israelites that came out of Egypt. It's going to be the same way, land of the north, and the land of the north is Babylon, right? Zechariah 2 and 6. Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, said the Lord. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven, said the Lord. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. Right? So, says flee from the land of the, so Babylon is the north, right? Babylon is the north, right? So, let's go back. Now, as we were saying, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have a lot of modern being done right in Babylon, because chiefly that's where most of the elect are, right? Of course, the elect is scattered in the four corners of the earth, but most of the elect are in Babylon, right? So now let's get another precept on that. You go to Revelation chapter 18, the very next verse. Excuse me, I gotta get some water. All right. Okay. It says Revelation 18:24. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. So when you're reading about Babylon, it's talking about how all these nations, I mean not all these nations, read about how Babylon is going to be destroyed, right? Now, we just read about Babylon in 17, and how it's America, right? So it says in her was found the blood of the prophets, right? So just like I was just saying in 17 that we were just reading that she had the blood of the she was drunken with the blood of the martyrs, right? Let me go to Daniel chapter 7 as well, right? Which also correlates with this as well. Daniel chapter 7 and verse number 25, right? It says, he shall speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, right? Again, just like in Habakkuk, when it said he, him, same thing. It's saying he, him, it's saying her, but the same people, right? Same person. And Daniel is reading saying he, right? Habakkuk is saying he. Revelation is saying her, but it's all talking about the same thing, Babylon, right? Say he shall speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out his saints of the Most High and think to change. And it's going into the so-called white man too, right? But chiefly, where's so-called white man right now? Where's his chief place of concourse? Babylon, right? Babylon. And this is the place where the saints getting wearing out. And that's what it's going to be wearing. That's what a lot of martyrs going to happen, right? And it says, it shall think to change times and laws. And not only that, you think about America in this society, right? It says think to change times and laws, right? America is the one place that adopted the New Year's being in the winter, right? The new day is at 12 a.m. at night, right? So-called white man did this, man, right? And where does that go down at in America? All right, it's madness, right? And everybody in all the nations have adopted this ideology, right? Because all the nations knew at one point in time that the new year was in the spring, but now America got all the nations drunk. Babylon got all the nations drunk, so what they saying Happy New Year's in the dead of winter, you know? So we kind of went in, you know what I'm saying? I kind of went on that. So we kind of made the point that the mystery Babylon is America, right? That's who it is. It ain't a mystery. It's a mystery, but it ain't a mystery. So America is Babylon, right? So when you read about Babylon, the mystery Babylon, it's going into America, right? So Lord willing, that was edifying. I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Shalom. Kwame Shalom.